Hello, everyone. It's Nick Rodway here from Core Assets Corp, and I'm going to take a few moments to present to you the significance and the excitement of today's news release, where we discover multiple high-grade silver zinc lead intercepts, including the headliner here of 159 grams per ton silver, 16.4% zinc lead combined, and also 0.23% copper. This is one of our longest intercepts to date, as we continue to track this system toward the source and outwards into the thicker limestone/marble carbonate units. Our intercepts are very near surface and part of more than a 2.4 kilometer mineralized trend at the Silver Line project. To date, we have drilled only about 1,700 meters at Pete's, and between the scale and the grades that we are seeing this early on, it continues to prove the extent of this massive system. This is just the beginning of our journey, I think, to revealing how significant this system really is. So this news represents just over 30 meters of the most visually impressive CRD and scar mineralization from the Pete's target only. We submitted this to the lab for rushed analysis, and you can refer to our news dated July 17th for further information on this. The remaining drill assays for Pete's target will be announced as the information becomes available. So let's begin by looking at some figures from the news, starting with figure 1 from the news. This figure outlines the 3 drill pad locations at Pete's. As you can see in red, we intercepted varying amounts of sulfide in about 10 of 15 holes over a 100-meter step out. Let's not forget about some of the other significant intercepts, though, that we also had, which are called out on this map. So we had 3.3 meters of 138 grams per ton silver, 14.5% zinc lead combined, and actually a 0.5% copper. And this was from surface. And within that, there's a 1.25 meter of about 241 grams per ton silver and 30.4% zinc lead combined, and 0.77% copper. And then another hole 19, we had 2.12 meters at 260 grams per ton silver, 11% zinc lead combined, and there's also a copper credit in there as well, and that's further down hole at around 34.53 meters depth. So everything is very, within about 100 meters of the surface. So that's a big bonus for us. Just want to draw attention here. This is one pad location here at Pete's, 100 meters away. We have another one, and then we have another one here to the northeast. So that's our 3 drill pad locations. So as you know, we're dealing with a very large area of superficial mineralization. So we're doing aggressive step outs, which are proving this in the subsurface. During this season, we also completed extensive geological mapping and structural analysis. And through this, we found that mineralization is associated with a regional anticline structure that ties Galley, Sulphide City, Grizzly, and Pete's together. And that's your black dotted line here. This is your fold hinge. So to the west here is assumed to be one limb of this fold hinge. And the other things to note here are the scale of the area here and the increase in carbonate-rich rocks that is on the west of this map. This area is going to be hopefully very significant trap for larger feeders, mantos, and chimneys coming from the intrusion. So let's move on now to figure 2 of the news. The underlay on this figure is from our V10 geophysical survey that we did in 2020, I believe, and it shows the magnetic vertical gradient. Areas of the highest magnetivity are in red, as you see north to south trend here, and then in blue on the brinks of it are lower magnetivity. And the locations here again, we have Pete's CRD target, which is up here on the north end of the map. And then further south, we have the Galley CRD target. We have where we did our drilling in Sulphide City last year, and then Grizzly target. So again, note scale, 2.4 kilometer distance here along this trend. And we think it's all associated with this same fold hinge that we showed in figure 1. But overall, this figure is here to show you scale. And in this day and age, it's just aren't many discoveries that are being made that have this kind of metal endowment and can be uncovered this quickly. And for us to we've drilled about 7,000 meters to date, project wide now. And being able to locate the system with this scale and grade is unprecedented at this point, and we can't wait to continue to drill this year and into next. If you have any questions, please do not hesitate to reach out to us. We'll do our best to answer any questions you may have. And please stay tuned for continued updates on ongoing drilling at the Silver Line project. Thank you very much for your time.